20 odd years since you took first ever ODI hat-trick. On this day, how do you remember that moment?
That was my recognition, because everybody knows that I am the first one. And every time when that occasion comes, every year comes, you know that. So it remember me and take me to the back how I did that. So it's always in my heart, in my mind. So I always appreciate myself as well. And look, the people are giving me the appreciate me, in fact. So though it has been 40 years, and I still remember that one, and I took 3 wickets, and I remember that.
You were playing against the great Australian team who were on top-notch form at that time. So what was in your mind, a young mind, going into that game?
It is an interesting story, because originally I was not in the team. Lately I was included because Imran Khan was withdraw himself, though he was a captain, because of some heat and what was his mind, and I was included in the team lately. So it was a surprise for me that I'm lately included. Before that, I have played one one-day match against Sri Lanka, and I was in the tour of England in 1982, and then they came back. The Australian came to Pakistan. So I have played one-day matches, but you get a suddenly chance, so it is a surprise for me. And Hyderabad, always a good ground for me, and when we play first class cricket there, I always perform. So when you get chance, luckily, so you try to do your best. Even then, you always try to do best. But the situation created, the circumstances was good for me, because at that time the only 40 overs match was played in one-day cricket. And I did my first spell with a new ball, and it was good. And then they were chasing, and they were short of the target. So it was a good opportunity. When the player takes chance, you have a chance to get wickets. So in that match I took 4 wickets. Before the hat-trick, I took the wicket of the Bahadur, and then that was happening in the second spell. And then Rodney Marsh was trying to hit me on the air, but ball was moving there because of the old ball, and some wind are coming from opposite end. So it's helped me to move the swing, move the ball. And when ball is moving, always difficult for the batsman to play. So I got first wicket of the Rodney Marsh, and then Bruce Yardley is an all-rounder of spinner and the batsman. He came for the batting, and he was trying to drive me, and he got behind. It was the outswinger, and the same ball was for the Rodney Marsh, because he's a left-hander, came in, and for the right-hander, Bruce Yardley is also leaving the batsman, and he tried to hit me on the cover, and he got out and caught back. And the last wicket, when the Jeff Lawson came, it was always very interesting, and the bowler give the 100% efforts to get a third wicket, but it's not guaranteed. You have to try your best and pitch the ball in the right direction and the right area. So he was a talenter, Jeff Lawson, and I pitched the ball offside the stump. It came in. Normally, last 2 balls was away bowling, but it came in because of the ball was old, and he was clean bowled. So it's very, very exciting for me that time, and I always remember that hat-trick, even though it has been 40 years.
So it's been 40 years that you started fast bowling. So what are the changes you see in current fast bowlers and the fast bowlers of your time?
Yeah, a lot of changes. Cricket has changed totally. The modern day cricket is different in terms of the financial aspect, and the fitness is totally a change, and the tactically is also been changed. So it's totally different. But in our days, we mostly rely on the skills, either batting, bowling, fielding. Fielding was not that much considered at that time. Now is an integral part of a player. If he is not a good fielder, he will miss many matches because of that fielding. But at that time, it was not that so. So batting, bowling skill was considered, but now you have to be a good in all 5 areas, like technically, tactically, physically, mentally, and lifestyle. And being a use of technology, you have a more opportunity to develop yourself better and better. But at that time, you only we get some tips from the seniors and not that much technology available. So nowadays, cricket has only become a science and art, and also the fitness is play more important role in cricket. So it's no comparison. But I believe that there should be the stats. I'm talking about a stat. There should be a before the technical era, technology era, and the after technology era should be separate. Maybe from 2000 before there should be some separate stats. That should be before technical era, and 2000 after. There should be a difference. So those are not compared with each other, because a lot of opportunities available at that time, this time, but that was not available that time because of the technology. So these are two different areas, but in every area, when you play game, any game, you enjoy that game and you do according to that time cricket. So you don't consider, but now the cricket has changed totally. And it's a good sign for the cricket, and especially in the financial area, when the leagues are the part of the cricket.
So we see you are starting a summer camp here in Texas, Houston. So can you take us after their playing career? Where have you been involved in coaching, or let's say instruction as an instructor? So can you take us through the journey until now?
Yeah, when I stopped playing cricket in 1988, and we decided. I decided to coach the players, young players, but because I was not trained, and I thought at one time that you can't teach without getting training. This is my belief, and somebody invited me to say something about the young children. I can't explain them, but when I got training from England, I did my level 1, level 2, level 3 from England, and tutor level 1 from England. And I established my cricket academy in Pakistan. So you have to be, if you want to be a coach, you have to be a training, you have to take training. That I did, and I believe that when you train, you can coach better. And by playing cricket experience at international level, that is a plus point for a coach. But only playing cricket, you cannot say I am a coach. You have to be trained, and different levels of the training is level 1, 2, 3. So I did my level 1, 2, 3 and total level 1. Then I did my level 2 from Australia as well. And finally Pakistan Cricket Board organized level 3 and level 4. That I did from Pakistan. So training is must for the coaches, but every individual is different, Only the certificate is not enough. You have to be competent, and understanding of the game is totally vary person to person. But what I believe that the training for the coaching is must. Not only playing cricket at the top level is enough.
So we heard that you applied for the Nepal's coaching position back in 2020s. So can you share your experience? Why did you apply, and how much do you know about Nepalese cricket?
Yeah, I was in America at that time, and I was looking some coaching assignment as a head coach. So, and one of the reason was to be here in America, because this American cricket is growing fast and is going to be an international hub. So, whenever I got the opportunity to apply, I did apply, and when I saw that the Nepal cricket is looking for a head coach in the team, because I know the Nepal team somehow, because when I was the head coach of the Maldives team, and I played against, my team is played against Nepal team. At that time it was young team and very good team of Nepal. So I always be a part of the team when I'm playing. I'm not playing a top team, because I believe that the team which is are not have a great player, they perform, but I play underdogs and I always perform. And when I was a coach of custom cricket team, that was the underdog teams, and we always perform well. So my philosophy of coaching is totally different. So I like to be a coach on the smaller teams in terms of the player wise or in terms of the country wise. So it's attract me to apply for the Nepal head coach because I know the talent is there because I have seen them playing. And it was a good experience because they shortlisted me and interviewed me for the final selection. Though at that time they selected for what is his name? Jeff Watmore, because he has a lot of big credential in his career. So I don't mind because they selected me better than me. So some other time if I got a chance, I will apply again. Even Nepal or even everywhere I see that can suit me.
So you've seen 5 teams on this league to play in this last 2 weeks. So where do you rate Nepal as a team? Can they make it to the World Cup qualifier, or how do you see them?
What I have seen, the standard of the all 5 teams is more or less similar. But the match day performances count. In terms of the player and planning and the standard of the players and the fitness, it's likely I feel the same. But some individual players are different one, like Nepal, it has a right-arm batsman, Sandeep, what we call him, and 1 or 2 batsmen are good. Similarly, other team, but the performances of the Nepal team, I think in all this group is better, and they can be considered in the top 3 teams in this group.
So you're currently working in USA, and we've seen a lot of your summer camp as well. The plans you've been bringing. So what's your target relating to the grassroots of US cricket? How do you expect to build this, build the environment in country where there is no people, local people know much about cricket? How do you plan to educate them?
Yeah, it's very challenging here in America to develop grassroots cricket. So this is the Musa Cricket, the best stadium in, I say, Texas, because it's a second international venue of USA. So good facilities are available here in terms of ground, turf ground, and the net area. We have a second ground as well, and the dressing room. Everything is here. So the infrastructure of the cricket is best here. The challenge is to get some young kids to come and join the summer camp and develop them. So this is the challenge. The people are around not that much interested in cricket. Slowly it's growing. So that was my challenge, to bring the young kid here and develop in a proper and scientific way, because we here use the technology for the development of players, like video analysis, like we have radar to gauge the bowling speed, everything, and we will have we will live streaming of some of the coaching session, so that attract for the young children. So my aim is to develop cricket at a grassroots level, and these are the best facilities to organize a cricket camp or coaching camp or academy. So let's see, it's still a bit challenging, but my objective is to produce a quality player at a young level, and we will support the US cricket ultimately, but the Southwest zone is the zone where I am living, so I support the Southwest zone first by producing a quality young player. And every country which developing, they need to be a grassroots cricket, which is lacking here in America. But anyhow, that is my objective, to develop young cricketer as a quality. That I have expertise and I have experience, and I have done a lot of in Pakistan, national players, and women's as well. So I'm focusing on both women's and the youth. So my aim is to develop youth and women's youth to a quality player, not just a player, but a quality player. And that I can help here in that, because I have all the facilities to develop a quality player. But what we are lacking here, the numbers.
How do you see Nepali fast bowlers playing over here?
Yeah, he has taken 5 wickets all in the previous matches.
Karan Kesi?
Yeah, he's very good in their capacity. He's very good bowler because he's very consistent, and especially when tapped overs, he's doing well. So he can be utilized. If the conditions are good, he can be very effective. But here in the Musa Stadium, is not that much good condition for the fast bowler. Even then, he has performed and he has bowled very well. So he is very good, and the leg spin is very good. So things are coming because the team developed. It takes time. Not at one time everything is good. But 1 or 2 bowler can help the team, and 1 or 2 batsmen can win the matches. So as a whole, the team depend on not only 1 or 2 players, but every player should play a little bit role to success of the team. So that calls the team. So we are looking at in the Nepal team. I've seen that a few are playing on and off. They are performing, and 1 or 2 are extraordinary. As always, every team has extraordinary players. So this is a good combination of a Nepal team. What I can say at this stage, because I've seen here in playing, but not that much in the other area of the cricket.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.